I'm an out loud, proud, and unwavering communist. Not the trendy kind, not the theoretical kind that argues in circles online. I'm the kind that has lived it, lost it, and nearly didn't come back from it. This isn't an ideology I picked up for attention. It's the only truth that made sense after the system dragged me through the dirt and left me gasping. I've been broken down by capitalism, crushed under its weight. Watched it take people I love over and over again. So no, I don't flinch when I say I'm a communist. I say it with my whole chest. Liberals and neoliberals love to call me a purist. That's their word for someone who refuses to clap for breadcrumbs. It's what they say when you won't pretend the bare minimum is progress. I get called that because I don't celebrate a slightly higher minimum wage while families still sleep in cars. Refusing to act like putting a rainbow sticker on a drone makes war more humane. I won't cheer when a state throws us a bone it already stole from us in the first place. They say it like an insult. I wear it like armor. Even so, I work with liberals. I talk to conservatives. I'll break bread with anyone who's ready to fight for their neighbors. One of the most genuine conversations I've had was with a woman who voted for Trump 3 times. She told me she regretted it. Still leans right on some things, but she's not ignorant. She's angry. She's been hurt, used, and discarded. She knows damn well neither party has ever had her back. We don't agree on everything. Still, we respect each other because we've both felt that same deep betrayal, that gut punch realization that the system does not care if we live or die, connects people more than party loyalty ever could. I'm not in this to argue theory with people who already agree with me. My goal is to build something, to fight for something, for the sick, the hungry, the evicted, the incarcerated, for every single person this machine was designed to forget. Community is not a buzzword to me. It is survival, sacred and non-negotiable. That community isn't limited by borders, flags, or party lines. Believing in borders never really made sense to me. Not when the people suffering in my city are suffering just the same all across the world. Haiti, Honduras, Gaza. Nationalism is a scam. It teaches us to see each other as threats while the real enemies hoard wealth and bomb villages with our tax dollars. You're my neighbor, whether you're down the street or across the sea. You're my people if you're surviving, hurting, hoping, and still showing up. Doesn't matter where you come from, what language you speak, what God you pray to, or what box you checked on your last ballot. Because when you've been through hell, you start to recognize the fire in other people's eyes. This country loves to pretend the system just needs tweaking. That we can fix everything if we just vote harder. That another Democrat in office will finally undo centuries of violence, theft, and control. I've watched both parties hand more money to cops while schools crumble. Witnessed both fund war while millions go without insulin. Seen both protect profit at the expense of our lives. Until we stop propping them up, we are complicit in our own oppression. Every time we vote for the lesser evil, we tighten the boot around our necks. And don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you not to vote. I vote. I believe in harm reduction because sometimes that's the best option we've got. Voting isn't revolution. It's a defense tactic. One small move in a fight that's so much bigger than a ballot box. Support third parties when you can. Choose your conscience. Back candidates who don't tremble at the word abolition. Then get back out in the streets. Return to your community. Pour yourself into building something that'll still be standing when the next election lets you down. Because real power isn't found in voting booths. It's built block by block. It's grown in community gardens, strike lines, mutual aid drives, and protest camps. That power lives in the bonds we forge when we care for each other without expecting profit in return. They want us hopeless, tired, alone. That's the only way they stay in control. But we are still here, still breathing, still choosing each other in a world that taught us to compete and consume instead of connect and care. Organize, mobilize, resist. Not for aesthetics, not for clout. Do it because people are dying. Because we're running out of time. Since this system has shown us who it serves, and it ain't us. Some people say I'm too radical. Others claim I expect too much. But expecting food, shelter, medicine, and peace shouldn't be radical. That should be the baseline. If that's too much for this world, then we need a new fucking world. When that's too extreme for your politics, maybe your politics ain't worth protecting. I don't do this because I think I'm better. My reason is simple. I remember what it felt like to have nothing. Felt like nothing. I remember the nights I couldn't sleep because I didn't know if I'd make it to the next one. That memory fuels everything I do. That memory makes me fight like hell for people I've never met. So yes, I am a communist. I say it with compassion, with love, with fury, with the kind of unwavering, unshakable commitment that comes from knowing the pain and still believing in something better. Wanting more than scraps, I don't settle for mild reform. Transformation is the goal. Fight for the end of billionaires. Push for a world where we take care of each other like it's the most natural thing in the world, because it is. Seek joy, build healing, choose justice that doesn't come with conditions. You don't have to call yourself a communist to care. No one needs to agree with every word I say. Just believe that what we have isn't enough, and be willing to fight for more. If you're ready, I'm here. If not, I'll wait. But I'm not backing down. Too much is at stake. Too many people are still waiting to be seen. We've got a future to build together.